Hi all, welcome to Omsritara. Krishna Jayanthi is around the corner. Krishna Jayanthi, or some areas in India, they call it as Gokulashtami. Krishna Jayanthi is a celebration of Krishna's birth, Lord Krishna's birth. So, on this beautiful day, lovely day, people tend to decorate their house with flowers and torrents and lots of snacks and savories, anything that kids would love to do. So, Krishna Jayanti is an iconic celebration of childhood of Krishna, or anybody who has children, who is looking to get married or looking to conceive a child. Krishna Jayanti is a very good auspicious day to pray and ask for a child like Krishna. Lot of times we say Krishna is the most naughtiest child, but despite that, every mother sees their children as a form of Krishna. So Krishna is in the hearts of everybody. Anybody says, I need a brother, they'll say, I need a brother like Krishna, because he's the one who ran to rescue Draupadi when she was in a dire situation. Despite having 5 husbands who are sitting in front of her, she still prayed to Krishna. So if you say anybody, their son, how are they? Immediately they'll say, my kid is as naughty as Krishna. That's what they'll say. So he could be a naughty child, but he's everyone's favorite child. If you take love, everybody wants a lover like Krishna because he has given up his flute playing hobby for his love, because he was playing the flute only for his love of life, Radha. So if you keep chanting Radha, Radha on that day, Krishna will come. So that's why Radha is called as Radha Rani, because she is the Rani of Krishna. She is the Rani, queen of his heart. So whenever you chant Radha Radha, Krishna will be there before even Radha could arrive. So that much of a deep, intense love they had. So Radha Rani is Krishna's love side himself, right? So it's a beautiful love that they share. So anybody, if you say, despite marrying so many gopikas, still everybody wants a lover like Krishna. So that was the purity of his birth. That was the purity of his avatar. So this is a special day where all over India, even all over world, whoever is practicing Hinduism or deep into Hinduism, this is a beautiful day to celebrate or enjoy the festival. So during this day, they don't take a huge fasting, or they don't take up a huge mantra chanting. It is all for joy. And Krishna is associated with cows, and we all know he was he was a cowherd. So on this day, people tend to bring in cow and calves in their house as a invitation to bring in Krishna. Also, it's an invitation for Mahalakshmi, who is in charge of wealth and good luck and fortune. So when in homes in South India especially, they make marks of his footprint just using wet rice and grinding them into a powder form, making them into a batter, and then they make marks of his footprints using this portion of their hand as his feet, and then they keep 5 dots as his toes. And then it's like a gesture showing that Krishna is coming inside their house. Like how the kid enjoys little snacks and savories. So they make a lot of laddus and chakli and whatnot, or salt snacks, lot of sweets. And then the main bhog that you give, or the main offering that you do to Krishna that day, would be milk, butter and curd, yogurt. So because he's a cowherd, he has a lot of association with cow and then milk and butter. And Krishna is known to steal butter and eat also, right? Even for us, it's such a delicious thing that we let go. So butter, clarified butter. So all these things can be given as an offering to Krishna. If you have a Krishna statue at home, just wipe it down nicely. And if it's a marble statue, you can usually wipe it down, pour some milk on it, and then regular water or rose water would be fine. But if you have a statue with radium or any other resin material, you don't need to do that. So you keep that in your house, in your puja room, or you can set up a separate altar with a beautiful table decorated with all sorts of peacock feathers or some grand silk woven piece of cloth, and just spread it, and you put your Krishna idol on top of it. And then you can give all those offerings that you want to give it to Krishna. And on that day, if you have children at home, younger children below 13, 14, 15, so that children will be dressed as Krishna, and if you have female child, they will be dressed as Radha, and then they enjoy, they celebrate their the children's childhood, and then they see them as a form of Krishna and Radha. So a lot of places will invite little children home, and then they share their offerings, all the sweets and snacks to the children. And every little child on that day is considered as Krishna. You'll see millions of Krishna on the streets and roads dressed up as Krishna. They go to school, they go to their neighbor's house as dressed as Krishna. So celebrate your children, celebrate their youth, their childhood, and let them also consider themselves as Krishna. And all of a sudden, I've seen kids when they dressed as Krishna, they'll say, have I become Krishna? Do I have powers and all that stuff? Just by wearing that costume. You don't need to spend a lot of money. You can use your old dupatta or a sari and then just pleat it nicely around their waist. Give all your jewelry to them. Wear a little ponytail or stick some peacock feathers. That by itself is like enjoying, becoming like Krishna. And that day, people tend to put little tilak on their forehead. So be it women or men, regardless of the gender, they put a tilak on their forehead to identify themselves as a Krishna follower. So Krishna conscious. Here I have a Krishna Bhakta just right in front of me, who is a Krishna crazy Bhakta. So like that, you enjoy, play some Krishna Ashtakam or Krishna music. There is no specific chanting to do it. But in our house, my grannies used to celebrate Krishna Jayanthi or do a puja in midnight or, after 6 or 8 o'clock in the night. So that they believe, we believe Krishna is born during the night. So that's when we celebrate. And a lot of places, all the kids get together and they do play a game like pot breaking. They tie the pot really high and then they break the pot. Sometimes they blindfold it for the person and then they break it. It is all about fun and how you bring light into your life, how you bring Krishna conscious into your life. There is no particular set of rules that you need to follow, but it is all about the love that you have towards Krishna, the love that you have for the sacrifices He's done for us to bring in dharma into our culture, into us, in us, and the beautiful Bhagavad Gita that He has given. So you can gift Bhagavad Gita, maybe a pocket-sized Bhagavad Gita, simple version, to your kids so that they follow Krishna consciousness, they follow the path of Dharma. That would be an ideal gift for the children or anybody who comes home or you've invited a guest home. Bhagavad Gita would be a very good way of spreading Krishna consciousness, Krishna's ideas. And then it will also keep them in the path of Dharma. So this is a beautiful occasion where we have to celebrate everything that He has given for us. Instead of fighting on little things, nitty-gritty things, or arguing on nitty-gritty things, and we having a quarrel at home, having a brawl at home, does not have a peaceful living for the children. So let's try not to have a quarrel or a disagreement or a fight at home. Instead, let's just enjoy the day. It is said, and there is a story my guru used to say, is there's a person who had a big banana tree, and then every day a banana plantation, and every day he would take a bunch of bananas and offer to Lord Krishna. One day, as he was taking his bananas to the temple as usual, and some old man stopped him and said, "I'm so hungry, can you give me some bananas? You have so many." And then he was hesitant in the beginning, and then he realized, he's so poor and he's so hungry. Let me take two bananas off the offering plate and give it to this poor guy. And then he gave the two banana and then he offered the rest to the Krishna. And that day night he had a dream that all these days you've been offering me the bananas and nothing got to me. Only two of the bananas, and that too only today, I received your offering. And he quickly woke up from the dream, and then he realized Krishna can come in any form, be it a small kid or an old man or even beggars, yasakam. They come to your doorstep to ask for some food. Let's try not to push them away. If you have something that you can give it to them, give it to them, but we should not insult them, right? So if you have it, you give it. We should not say, you go work, why are you doing this, you're a cheater. All these things we tend to do it towards people. You'll never know in which form Krishna is coming in, taking our sins away. So the offerings that we do, we are not doing a favor, we are just giving away our sins to them. He is willingly accepting our sins. So I've heard people say, I've offered this to this temple, I offered that to the temple. Well, it's reducing your karma. So you have to look at that way. So let's not hurt another individual's feeling, be it they have money, they don't have money, they have class, they don't have class, it doesn't matter. God always comes in different forms, and they could be one who's coming to your doorstep asking for some food. If you have some, you can share it, please do share it. Otherwise, you politely say, we don't have anything here, thank you for coming, and that's all, send it. And that politeness would not hurt other person's feeling rather than insulting them. So let's all get together, let's all be considerate to each other, to our neighbors, to our relatives, to our children, and get together and celebrate this beautiful occasion. Try giving a less fortunate children, try to get them books or give them a clothing that they can enjoy, or food item that you can give it to them. So Krishna Jayanti is all about having oneness. Krishna didn't see the difference in human, he saw their heart. Krishna was always, when Sudama, his friend, came, he was belittling himself because he was so poor, and how can he go meet such a big Krishna? But then Krishna, when he saw him, he never hesitated even a second. He hugged him, he rejoiced his friendship, right? So we see other people's heart, not their how much money. We should not judge anybody with their money or what they can offer to us. Rather, let's see people for who they are, and then let's be gentle and polite to them. That is the best way to celebrate Krishna Jayanti. Happy Gokulashtami to each and every one of you.